So now let's talk a little bit about objections and concerns that users might have about social media in a business. So first, the inability to manage and keep up with the general divide. This is a big issue seen for older adults that may not be familiar with social media and honestly technology. It's kind of more of a foreign language to them, but the issue with that is that this is the new way of doing things is through technology and social media. So it's important to know how to do those things in general, and it can be really beneficial to your business. Next, having a less humanistic relationship with your customers. This is kind of a tricky one because you are virtual, you have that screen in between users. However, the way that social media and technology runs these days, you have more of a humanistic approach than you would have had 5-10 years ago with all of the live streaming videos, phone calls, things like that. It makes it much easier to eliminate that less humanistic concern. Next, we have the possible reputation damage of the company. This can be seen through negative reviews, but as people have noted, negative reviews are not always a bad thing. They can actually be quite good for your business. As long as the company is responding and interacting with that feedback, it can actually build their brand awareness and help their company out quite a bit because their users are seeing that they are making an effort to make their company better, and that's great for the company. Now let's talk about how to reach your target market through social media. So first, you want to find out who your target market is. They have tons of websites that can actually help you find your demographic market. One that I personally really love and have used is answerthepublic.com. You just type in a keyword and it will pop up tons of demographics for your keyword, which can be really essential for marketing and figuring out who you should be targeting. Next, you want to find out when and where your target market is most active on social media. So this would be, when are your users using the platforms that they're using and what are they going to? Some big social media places that you should be looking right now are TikTok and Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, let's see. Then next, you want to advertise on various social media platforms. So with the times and the platforms in mind that you did your research looking for, then you want to take that information and plan your advertisements around those times and platforms. So if your users are most active on TikTok around 8 p.m., then you want to schedule your advertisements to hit that target market at 8 p.m. So you also want to keep up with the trends and lingo of your target market. This is essential. It kind of loops back to what we were saying in the objections. It's the new time, it's how the new generation is functioning and working, and that's how they're finding their information and their companies. So some things you want to keep in mind when you're looking into your ads. You want to design your ads with mobile in mind. Nowadays, it's very common to be looking things up on your phone. It's really frustrating when you find a website that just will not function properly on a mobile device. So you want to make sure that you have worked out all of the kinks within the mobile app or even the website on your phone, and make sure that you have that all under control before going forward with your ad. Next, you want to test your ad for optimal performance. That could be through checking how it works mobilely and things like that. You also want to be consistent with your ads. You want them to be very similar in their approach and in their style so that people know what business you represent and so forth. Next, you want to focus on the message that you want to send. This is really important because if your ad is sending a message that the user can't understand, it's not going to do anything for you. It's like those commercials that talk about a dying puppy and then flash forward to soccer balls. You know, they don't really correlate, and it's hard to connect those dots as a viewer often. So to summarize what we just covered, we talked about how social media, incorporating it into your business, it can actually help you build your brand. It can help with customer engagement because you can be communicating with your audience more. What I mean by this is, a common one is TikTok will have a comment section on each of their videos, and I've seen comments from, you know, Twitter, Tinder, Facebook, all sorts of these big companies that are interfering with they're connecting with their audience, and that's actually really helpful, and people have come forward and said that they love hearing from those companies on those sites. So customer engagement, target market, feedback loop. Feedback loop is that whole responding to negative reviews or even commenting on those positive reviews. Either way is really helpful. So one good thing to note is 78% of Gen Z is learning about companies through social media. This is important to know because that means that more than half of the new generation is focused towards what they're seeing on social media. So you want to make sure that you get that extra leap and you get on there and are interacting with them through social media as well, so that your business doesn't fall behind. So the next thing we addressed was the best platforms to use, such as, you know, Twitter would be a good one, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, that sort of thing. You want to be looking at those really big social media platforms. So other concerns is the next thing we talked about. We talked about concerns such as reputation damage, which can be seen through negative reviews, and how that can actually be a good thing for your business. Now, we also talked about how to reach your target market, which can be done through finding the demographics, which can be found through answerthepublic.com or those other sites that were listed, Statista, and those sorts of websites. You also want to look at platforms, usage times, trends, and then figure out how you want to advertise from there. So, to leave you off with a final message, social media is essential for reaching the demographics you normally might not be able to reach, which is definitely aimed more towards the new generation, Gen Z. Consider utilizing social media within your business because you never know. You may hit that target market that you're really looking to hit, and social media has been proven to reach those audiences and help with business growth. That's the end of our presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.